Banks hate these property investment hacks. Why? Because they cut them out and put you in control. Today, I'm exposing how banks trap people in debt and how you can use their own tricks to build wealth, buy real estate, and beat them at their own game. Let's break it down. Have you ever wondered why banks give out 20-year loans? It's not just about interest. Banks actually sell your debt to investors, so the longer you owe them, the more money they make. This is why they don't want you to pay off your mortgage early. Negotiate a better rate. If your credit score improves, banks are forced to give you a better rate, making less money off you, and they don't want you to know this. They rather keep you as a customer than losing you to another bank. Do this now. Call your bank and say, I've been a loyal customer with you, and I see other banks are offering lower interest rates, and I would like to negotiate my interest rate further down. What can you do for me? Imagine you are paying a 12% interest rate on your home loan, but with one smart move, you negotiate better rate with the bank to say 9%. That's over 200,000 rand savings on interest, and that's huge savings because you can use that money for another investment, and that's not money going back into the bank's pockets. Pay off your loan faster, and here is a crazy one. Most people don't realize that if you switch your home loan from a 20-year home loan to a 10-year home loan, banks actually make less than half the money off you. The bank loves taking money off you. That's why they will never suggest to you and want to keep you in a long-term loan, say 20 years. Here is why banks hate this. A 1 million home loan at 12% for 20 years equal over 1.4 million rand in interest to the bank. But a 10-year home loan, you cut that by more than 50%. That's your extra cash in your pocket and not to the bank. Listen, I just showed you how to cut interest and keep more money in your pocket. But if you want to build real wealth, you need a game plan. I will personally show you how to build your property empire step by step for free. But this is limited, so go to propertyaskekow.com and book your free consultation right now before spots run out. Cutting interest payment is great, but what if the bank wouldn't even approve you in the first place? Here's the secret most investors know, but banks don't want you to know, and you don't even need them: alternative financing. Not everyone can just walk into a bank and get a home loan. But here is the thing, you don't have to. Private investors equal no bank, no red tape. Why would a private investor lend you money instead of putting it in stock? Simple. Real estate equal collateral. If you don't pay, they take your property. That's why real estate investment attracts more investors than other investment. But the banks don't want you to know this. Private lenders earn 8 to 12% guaranteed, way better than stock market uncertainty. So the question is, where do you find private investors? 1. Real estate networking events. Just Google property investors near me. 2. Facebook groups like SA Property Investors. Lenders are inside those communities. 3. Ask your real estate agent. They often know cash buyers looking for deals. Let's say you find a solid property deal at 800,000 rand and the banks don't want to approve you. Well, you find a private investor. He finances the deal at 10% over 2 years. You buy the place, you rent it out, and you refinance the deal with the bank at a lower interest rate. Then boom, that property is yours, and the banks hate you for that. And before you think this is just for millionaires, it's not. Ordinary people are doing similar deals because if you find a great deal, investors will fund it. You just need to know where to look. Peer-to-peer lending, P2P platforms. You've heard of Uber, right? P2P lending is like Uber for money. Instead of going to the bank, investors lend you cash directly, sometimes at a better rate. Platforms like Rainfin in South Africa and Prosper in America are already doing it. And guess what? No hidden fees, no admin charges, and no processing delays. And banks hate this. The real question is, How do you get P2P loan today? 1. Go to Rainfin or Prosper. 2. Set up a borrower profile. You need basic financials. 3. List how much you need and why. Investors will see your request. 4. Compare offers, choose the best rate, and get your deal funded. Even if Rainfin or Prosper are not available in your country, there are similar platforms worldwide. The key is to look for investor networks or direct lending opportunities, because the less dependent you are on the bank, the more financial freedom you have. Private investors can help you get your first deal. But what if I told you the biggest property investors don't even use their own money? They use a powerful trick called equity, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Banks want you to believe that you are stuck with one property forever, but the wealthy play a different game, and here is how you can do it too. Leverage your property to buy another one. This is called the Brill strategy. Buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. You don't just pull out cash once. You do it over and over, building a portfolio whilst using the bank's money. And the banks hate this. Why? Because you are using cheap money, lower interest rates to finance your next property. How do you pull out cash and reinvest today? Step 1, ask your bank for home equity loan or refinancing option. Step 2, get a property valuation. They will tell you how much equity you can use. Step 3, use the equity as your deposit for your next property deal. Let's say you bought an apartment for 800K 5 years ago, and today it's worth 1.2 million. Instead of saving for years to buy another one, you refinance. You pull out 200K as a deposit for this property you want to buy without using your own money. Now I've touched on Brill strategy. But what if I told you most investors are doing it wrong? Next week, I'm exposing the biggest mistake people make and how you can use Brill the right way to grow your portfolio fast. You don't want to miss this. And if you do not own a property yet, don't worry. This is why you should use P2P lending or private investors to get started. Once you own a property, you can scale much faster using equity instead of your own money. Another reason why banks hate this hack is because banks want you to sit on your equity and not use it. Why? Because when you refinance and pull out cash, you are using banks' money to grow. But when you sit on your property value, they keep your wealth locked away, earning them more money while you wait. But guess what? You don't have to play by their rules. Oh, and if you thought these hacks are powerful, wait until you see this. Landlords have been keeping this property secret under wraps for years. This video will change the way you think about property investing forever. So stick around until the end screen. Click that video and I promise you, you will never look at property the same way. You've seen how to cut interest. You've seen how to find funding without banks. And now you've unlocked the secret of using equity. But here is the real kicker. This isn't about buying just one property. This is about doing it over and over again until you own multiple properties, while banks sit back powerless to stop you. Do this now instead of playing by their rules. Private investors equal faster funding, no excessive paperwork, no 20-year interest trap. Peer-to-peer lending equal no middleman, no banking fees, and you control the deal. Refinancing and equity equal banks want to trap you in one mortgage, but you can keep scaling. Banks hate these hacks because they make them less money when you play the game smart. Now, imagine using these hacks to buy more properties while banks sit back and able to stop you. That's the power move. And the best part, this isn't just for the ultra rich. Anyone can do it if they know how. If you are done letting banks make money off you and you are ready to take control, drop "I'm a legacy builder" in the comments. If this video made you feel differently about money, share it. Most people need to know the truth about banks. Let's stop overpaying banks. See you in the next video. Peace.